executive branch is the meat of the government. Other branches might do is create the laws. The executive branch is really what makes it enforceable.
We're the executive branch. Of course we protect our freedom by military.
We're the executive branch. Of course we're going to enforce laws for organizations like the police, FBI, and DOJ.
Hey, we're the executive branch. Of course we manage federal agencies and commissions like the CIA.
We're the executive branch. Of course I'm the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. I'm the frickin' president.
We're the executive branch. Of course we run agencies like the Department of Defense and the Department of the Treasury. That's the cabinet.
I'm Ivan. I run the CIA. The JFK assassination was an inside job.
So you see, the executive branch is pretty powerful, but it is checked by the following ways. Firstly, the courts can declare a presidential act to be unconstitutional. Secondly, if the president denies an act, then Congress can override it with a 2/3 vote. And then lastly, Congress has the power to impeach the president if it gets to that bad of a point. You see, the executive branch is the meat of the government, and the legislative branch is the butcher that makes that good meat that is America.
Chat, should I phantom tax their freedom? New law! No more double chunk chocolate chip cookies.
That's stupid. What makes you think you could do that?
Man, I'm the legislative branch. I can make new laws whenever I want.
Wait, so you can make whatever law you want?
I got 50% of the vote from the representatives, and the president already signed off on it.
Hey man, I don't like what you're doing. So what? You, the legislative branch, is gonna come and declare war with me, my small country? My country's GDP is less than that of a Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, really? That's what you think? I declare war!
Get 'em, boys.
Thank you for freeing me. Oh, I wouldn't say freed. I'd say under you, man.
I used to power the thing.
Congress, I need to get more chicken for chicken bake for the out-of-state deli.
No, you won't. Do you have any idea what kind of effect it's gonna have on the national economy? I'll regulate this.
Deli, I need some chicken for my chicken bakes.
How much you need?
About 5 million pounds, bro.
Hey, pay me, and I'll get that to you.
Sounds good, bro.
I'm an upstanding American citizen. I just got my first paycheck, and I spent it on a hot dog.
And property tax.
Income tax.
Inheritance tax.
Order! People, we need to decide how we're going to spend our tax pizza, okay? We can either log Ohio, or we can look back, we can go yeah. Who goes to log Ohio? Who goes to look back, we can do yeah? Why would we look back, we can do yeah? Maybe drops off a prison and become a new turkey. Everybody knows if you're going to Ohio, and it's going to go down to tax. Just like throwing our money down the city toilet. You took the L, Senator Sinat. We're going to look back, living guns, yeah.
Hey, Mr. President, can I ask you a question?
Shoot.
Did you kill a homeless man with a vacuum?
Yeah, so what?
You're impeached. Bazinga. Legislative branch. Should you tell Mr. Preston Say here that he can't have a double chunk chocolate cookie? Yes, and I have every right to do so. Well now, Citizen Preston Say here is suing you saying your prohibition is unconstitutional.
I should be able to have my double chunk chocolate cookie.
I should be able to have my double chunk chocolate cookie.
As the Supreme Court in the case of Say versus Congress, I rule in favor of Preston Say. Big justice shall be served. Mr. Charter, is it correct that you are suing Mr. Preston Say on accounts of workplace harassment?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
Will you please recall the events of that day?
So I was working in my office, just like every other day, and then before I knew it, I felt 2 cold hands on my shoulders massaging me, and by the time I turned around, all I heard in my ear was, "Can you match this freak?"
And Mr. Say, your defense?
Game is game.
In the case Tartar v. Say, the court rules in favor of Say.
We took this case to Supreme Court, and they ruled that this man has his First Amendment right that he can worship whatever cereal mascot he wants, even Tony the Tiger. They can't infringe his First Amendment right.
They protected my rights.
The judicial branch protects individual rights, ensuring the government actions don't violate your individual freedom.
We have a problem with New Mexico taking all of our water from our river.
It's our river too, and I have this picture of Robert Worsham.
Real. Both states must share the river equally.
So, you see, when states argue, the judicial branch settles the score. Alright, welcome back to government, guys. Today, we're gonna compare the executive, legislative, and judicial branches of government. First off, executive versus judicial.
Yeah, the executive branch enforces laws, but the judicial branch interprets them. Like the president might sign an executive order, but it is challenged in court. The judiciary can step in and say, wait, that might not be constitutional.
I mean, right, but while courts can strike down executive actions, the president gets to appoint the judges, shaping how the judiciary will act long term. So there's this balance of power.
Alright, next up, executive versus legislative. Look, we all know the legislative branch writes the laws, but the president has the power to veto.
Exactly, and even though Congress can override the veto with the 2/3 majority, it's rare, plus the president is the commander-in-chief. Only Congress can declare war or control the budget.
So it's like Congress has the power to create laws and control the money, but the executive can act quickly with enforcement and military power. Each branch needs the other to really get things done.
Right, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, good points. Now, let's dive into legislative versus judicial. I mean, Congress makes the laws, but the courts interpret whether those laws are constitutional, right? So basically, the judicial branch can stop Congress in its tracks from making a law. So, I mean, what do you guys think about that?
Say, but here's the catch about that. Congress approves the judges. They can confirm or reject judicial nominees, meaning they influence who sits in the court.
Yeah.
See, it's all about influence, though. Like, the courts, they can strike down laws, but Congress can pass new ones. They could even amend the Constitution if they think the courts have gone too far.
Yeah, good points. Now, let's dive into legislative versus judicial. I mean, Congress makes the laws, but the courts interpret whether those laws are constitutional, right? So basically, the judicial branch can stop Congress in its tracks from making a law. So, I mean, what do you guys think about that?
Say, but here's the catch about that. Congress approves the judges. They can confirm or reject judicial nominees, meaning they influence who sits in the court.
Yeah.
See, it's all about influence, though. Like, the courts, they can strike down laws, but Congress can pass new ones. They could even amend the Constitution if they think the courts have gone too far.
I guess, I mean, in the end, all three branches of government rely on each other. The executive enforces the laws, the legislative creates them, and the judicial interprets them. But they all keep each other in check, which, I mean, that's really what makes our government work.
Yeah, it's a system designed so one branch doesn't become too powerful, and all of them need each other to function.
And, I mean, to add one more thing, quite frankly, I don't think we're doing well checking and balancing with our branches, all right? I mean, this can be a hot take, guys, so tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm thinking back to our greatest presidents of all time, you know, like FDR, all right?
Yeah.
What the nation has become, that it's changed so much since then. Let me just say, FDR would not stand for this.
Thanks for listening to Government Guys, and we'll catch you up next time. You can subscribe, and we have episodes out every single Monday.
Everybody's saying werewolf, but nobody's asking how is wolf.
Deer, I hardly know her.
Jack-o'-lantern, I didn't know he was Irish.
Farm Macy, what did Macy do?